Okay guys, today we're going to talk about how to start a 4-stroke pump and troubles that you may encounter. General consensus is they're straightforward, very straightforward, but unfortunately every now and then something goes wrong, so we'll go through a few things that we could work out what possibly could go wrong. First of all, you're going to do is you're going to notice on the front here, you got your on off, turn it on. I know that sounds stupid, but trust me, we've had people who have missed it. Fuel on and off. Bottom one's fuel. Fuel off. Fuel on. Next one's choke. If the engine's cold, you want to start up the choke on. So in this case, we'll turn it that way. Turn choke on, and here's your throttle. You'll see a little rabbit there, and a little tortoise there. So we want to make sure that I normally go about 3/4. That's how you'd start. Once you started, the engine started, you would throttle back the choke all the way back slowly until your engine was comfortable. We normally give it a minute or two before it loads up. Well, not even that. Now, if for some reason it doesn't start, it should start within a few pulls. If for some reason it doesn't start, there's a few basic things we want to check. And those basic things can start. So basic things you want to check is, first of all, your oil. They have an oil sensor in them, so that's your oil sensor there. So for some reason, if the oil is low, you don't damage your engine, it will not start. It stops it from sparking. So to check our oil, we want to undo our oil plug there. Now our oil should be at the edge here, just on the thread. You'll see the threads, it's not hard to see. You should see oil there. If the oil's spewing out, you've got too much in it. Whenever you fill an engine, don't tip it up like that. Keep it on a level platform. Fill it up to those threads and then put your plug back in. If that's all good, you still got no spark, or you've still got no go, you want to come around here and you want to check your fuel. Now we went through this in another video. You take your 10mm spanner, you undo that. The chances are your fuel could look like that, which is not very good. Like vegetable oil. If it looks like vegetable oil, you know it's no good. That's that one. Drain your fuel, put fresh fuel in. We emphasize this a lot, I know we say it a lot. Change your fuel. It's our biggest problem we have with engines these days, is fuel seems to go stale. Some servos will tell you it's got a 2-week shelf life. You tend to get more than that out of them, but especially pumps have been sitting here a while. Fresh fuel, drain the old stuff out this way, and you'll see it'll come through looking like that. Maybe worse as well, it gets a lot worse than that. And do that. Once you've done that, you still no go, well, we're down to checking spark. Now your spark, when we talk about spark, your spark goes to the spark plug, which ignites the fuel, which gets your engine to go, pushes the piston. So you've got your spark plug spanner, spark plug cover, sorry, and we've got our spark plug spanner that we get with our engine kit. So we want to put that in there, a little bit there. Just crack that, and then it should come out by hand by then. One thing you don't want to do, you don't ever want to force a spark plug. Okay guys, if we want to check spark, we need to make sure that we're on a solid surface. Sometimes gaskets on here can stop that. So you generally want to get to the head, somewhere like that, and then you want to pull over. I always find if you're doing it on your own, you hold it up in here, like that, up against the head, near where it goes in, and you give it a pull, and I can see spark there, so we've got spark. Now if you've tried all those things, you've tried your fuel, I can't emphasize the fuel enough. It's the way you go. You want to be using 95 and 98. 98 is my preference. It runs a little hotter, but you get it going easier and so forth, and you sort of got almost a guarantee a fuel type. It's not what you see, what you get. So we'll put our spark plug back in there. And we're going to nip it up. We're not going to over tighten. You can see I'll put most of it in by hand. If you can't get it in by hand, do not put the spanner on it. You will cross thread it, but it should go in nice and easy. See, just a quarter of a turn, nip it up. I'm sure there's torque settings what you're supposed to put it at, but you and I both know that's very rarely done. So if you've got spark, you've cleaned your fuel out and so forth, and you're still not going, that's when you need to get in touch with us and we can go through a few different things and so forth. But generally speaking, if you've got spark, you've cleaned your fuel out, I'll say it again, I can't emphasize it enough, clean your fuel out. You've cleaned your fuel out, put fresh stuff in, and you're still not starting, I'll be honest with you, it might be something a bit more than straightforward. It's best off getting in contact with us and we'll help you get it sorted.